Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. We're on our day 3 of our 100-day crafting project challenge. Okay, so if this is your first one you're seeing, then I've taken upon myself the insanity of the 100-day challenge to do some craft of some kind, paper crafting. For 100 days and, you know, make a video and all that. So that's what I'm doing if you're just tuning in. So day 3 is a photo flip. Now, I keep it pretty simple on my photo flips, all right? I don't try to get too crazy with it. And if you have some of these made up, they're so awesome to put into a journal. And if they're already made up, that's even better, right? So you've got 4 to 5 flips that you can put in there. Lots of room on here. So just pretty simple and easy. I'm going to show you how I do this really easy. For this, you're going to need paper trimmer, scissors, scoreboard, or just fold it with and use a bone folder or whatever you have that you can press it down with. A ruler, or you can just eyeball it. Paper, cardstock. I'm using a lightweight cardstock on mine. Glue and or double stick tape. For me, it's and. So, and I'll put all this information here, all my measurements. You don't have to do it this way. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger, whatever you want to do. I'm using 11 by 4 3/4 for my base. And the flips are going to be 4 3/4 by 4 1/2. That'll make them sit just inside the base. And you're going to score for the top of the base 3 3/4, and you're going to score from the bottom 1 1/2. And the closure tab is 3 by 1 1/2. Okay, get my brain in gear. We'll get this done, right? Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. At the end, if I don't forget, I'll mark off our day 3. Okay, so over here and don't fall. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of paper. Well, lightweight cardstock, like I said. These are from my my favorite background sheets. You can use whatever you have, even copy paper if you want to. I mean, it will be a little thin. I'd probably double it up a little bit, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm going to use 2 of these, put one to the side, and we'll make our base first, okay? Excuse me. So this is my up yonder trimmer scoreboard. It is what it is, right? So 4 3/4 is right there. And that's going to be our width of our base. And the length, I don't have to cut. You don't have to cut. If you're using, excuse me, and a different size like in the UK or Europe, just use whatever's left on this, however long it is, okay? You don't have to just do 11. It's fine, okay? So 4 3/4, double checking myself. Save your scraps. We're using them. Boy, am I using them. Okay, so that's our base, right? We're going to put it to the side for now, and we're going to make some flips. Flips, I call them flips. They're just little hinged pieces, and they're going to be 4 3/4. Right, so, yep. This is really super easy, guys. There's not a whole lot that you have to do with this other than just, you know, make it. By 4 1/2. Right? Yep, right. I got my notes where I can see them so I don't mess up too much. Okay, and you'll be able to get 2 flips out of this. 4 3/4. Try to get it straight on your. I'm really good at getting it not straight on my. I just am. Okay, so now we're going to take this and switch it over. You're going to get your scoreboard out if you don't have one of the. You don't have to have this. It's just it's convenient. Okay? So I'm going to do, making sure that it's my 4 3/4 one. Okay? Because 4 1/2 is your width. The 4 3/4 is your height. And I'm going to do 1/4 inch scoring. Now, you can trust that or not. Okay? Sometimes when you're scoring, it gets a little off. Sometimes when you fold your score, it gets a little off. And when you press it down, it can get even further off. I don't trust these. I want that much for my score. But like I said, I'm not going to trust that. I'll show you what I do. Okay. 4 3/4. So I'm going to do 1/4 and not trust it. Okay. So now we're going to do the base, which is 1 1/2 there, and let's see, 4 3/4. Okay, is that it? Yeah, 4 3/4 is that score at 3 3/4. Don't let me confuse you. I'll put the things down in the 3 3/4 is where I'm scoring. Okay, now those you can trust more or less. Let me get this out of the way. Put it somewhere where it won't fall. So I'm going to fold this up, and the way I know that it's straight or not is that it needs to line up exactly with the side. That was a little off. That's okay. We can fix that. Not a problem, right? Okay. So just fold that up. Make sure it lines up with your sides. That's the base. Now I've got this piece. And it is 3 by 1 1/2 this way. Okay, that's what I'm going to use to be a closure. You just get some scraps. If you've been crafting along with me, you have some scraps. Get a scrap piece of paper and do that. I rounded the corners, but you don't have to. So that's the closure for it. That's the base. Now let me show you what we're doing with these. These were just simply folding them on our little score line and giving them a good press. All right, there. And again, and these look like they're holding their 1/4 pretty good. Maybe it got a little narrow there. But what we're going to do is, where's my scissors? We're going to take off just a little edge here. And if you're new, start from your fold and cut up instead of doing it the other way around. It's easier that way. Okay, so once you get that done, you're ready to put your flip in, unless you want to do the rounding of the corners, which is what I do. To me, it makes it look pretty. You don't have to do that part, but you can. Okay, so that's your flip and that's your base. All right, now I have some over here already done up. When you're putting your flips in, because I wanted them inked, these will all be inked before I put them into a flip, because I like that. It gives you a vintage look, and I use yep, that's what I use. Vintage photo is what I use. I had to look. That's so bad. That's so sad. Okay, so this is the base. I rounded my corners, right? You don't have to round your corners. You can leave them to a point, whatever you want to do. This is it. I've inked it up, and it's ready to rock and roll. Now, you can put these down one at a time. And if you prefer doing that, you just go on right ahead and do that. Line it up to the side, so you've got the same amount on both sides, right? Pretty simple. And then the next one the same. I'm telling you, don't trust that fold line. So when you put the next one in, you would be lining it up with the bottom, not the top, okay? Because this you can line up and get it really great. Maybe not perfect, but great. This is just the part you don't trust, okay? Just saying. So what I'm going to do is I've got them clipped together. I'm going to put 4 in, and they're going to be in like so. Just a little bit away from that fold, a little bit away from that fold, right? So I've got them clipped together just to make it fun and easy and challenging, right? It's not. It's not. If you've already got them clipped together, they're going to hold still, and you've got them lined up with each other, right? So you only have to line up one thing when you put this down. If you do it this way. What in the world? Okay. So I've got my double stick tape on here and here. These are all little hinges. Now, see, this one's a little bit more narrow on this end. I'm not worried about if they're exactly the same, because this is the side you don't trust. Just saying, don't trust it. This side, you want them lining up on the sides and looking pretty down here. That's about it, okay? So, I haven't used my glue this morning. Let's hope. Let's hope for the best. Because I'm going to put some, if it'll come out. Come along, you. Golly Bob. Okay, well, I have a solution nearby. Okay. Put my solution away so I don't get in trouble later. You want to keep up with your solutions. Okay, so you can line them all up, clip them together, and then put them all in at one whack. To me, that's like, wow, that's lots better. Now you have to watch and open it up when you get them all down, because you don't want glue to go from here to there and muck it up, right? Because it can squidge onto the next one. And then you go, oh no. Okay, so we're going to line this up just to where we've got the same on both sides, right? And we've got room down here, and we've got room up here. And it looks pretty that way, right? Well, it is pretty, okay? It looks nice. And it comes out pretty even when you line them up first and get them on there. But it can go all wonky. Like I said, open it up and make sure you didn't glue. There's a little bit squidged on there. Make sure you didn't glue anything that you didn't want to glue, right? So that works. Photo flip done, right? Except for the closure. So we're going to do that now. Okay. What I want to do is, when I get this ready to go into a journal, I will put a Velcro dot under here as the closure. But for now, I just want to make sure I've got room down here on the underneath of here to put the Velcro dot, right? Simple like that, right? Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, I used to put those things in one at a time. It gets tedious. I think I like this new method that I've developed. Now, somebody else might have already thought of that. I don't know. I've never seen it done, but it's just, I don't know. I like doing it that way better. And I'm going to eyeball this and kind of get it in the center. You can measure if you want to. It doesn't matter if it's to the side or whatever. You just want it to be up there, and don't let your glue squidge out and glue onto something you don't want to glue onto. And get it kind of straight-ish, you know. There you go. Now we've got our closure. We've got our photo flip. I just put 4 in here, and that's fine because, you know, this gives a lot of room to do. Now, people can use this as a journaling space, but you can put a picture here and write beside it, or you can put a picture, a big picture here, and write what it's about over here. It has a lot of possibilities, right? So now you can hinge this base if you want to make it bigger to where it will this will overlap this. You can hinge it, piece it together on the back side, and then you can have enough to have your flap go over. But this is fine with me. It's easy to cut it out. Use the length of your paper and 4 3/4 on the width. The reason I do 4 3/4 is that will fit on just about any journal page. I mean, if you're doing a little bitty mini, you might have trouble squeezing it in, but this will fit on just about any journal page this size and give you enough room to decorate around it and be all interesting and pretty. Now, let me show you. I've been making them. I'm telling you, I'm building my stash here. That's what I'm doing with this 100-day challenge. I've got several made. I wanted to show you this is another option. If you wanted to do this as the bottom opening, then you can put them all up at the top and have this come down from the small one to the big one. You can do it either way. It is fine. Excuse me, my asthma's being all fun today. So, super simple. Line them up together, clip them together, stick them in there, and have it done. It's done. That's the easiest way that I've found to make a photo flip. So, I've got one more in the making that we cut apart today. I've got this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that'll be 7 journals. 7, because really I wouldn't put 2 in one journal. But anyways, we've got that many to put in future journals. And that's some stash building, guys. That's really good. I hope you're making these along with me, because if you do, you're going to have a lot of stuff to put in future journals that we're going to make, because we're going to make future journals. Okay, so I will quit rambling on. Easiest way that I do the photo flips is this. Pretty simple. Cut it out, put it together. And you've got a powerhouse little piece to go into your journal. Yep, for sure. Okay. Oh yeah, I got to do day 3. I got to mark it off. That's the thing, right? Where's my pencil? Okay. Day 3. Done and dusted, right? Well, not dusted, but it's done. Day 3 was photo flips. Day 2 was, what was day 2? The expandable pocket. Day 1 was the pocketed journal cards. I will not give a review when I get down in here. I'm not going to tell you what all those other ones. That ain't going to happen. Okay. Anyways, I'll quit being silly now. Okay. You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. TTFN.